بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. Today we're gonna review the first 9 letters that we studied. A, ba, ta, tha, ja, ha, kha, da, tha. 9 letters that we did together. What we're gonna do today is I'm gonna go through 3 lines, 3.5 if you want to call them, lines from the Quran. We're going to try to identify those letters that we know and pronounce them, always assuming that we have the fath'a on top of those letters, right? However, every time I'm scanning, I will stop by the letter and I will say I'm assuming there's fath'a. And the reason why I'm going to say that over and over again, so that we get accustomed while reading to think about the accents. I don't want you later on to start reading every letter with fath'a without paying attention that there's a kasra underneath it, and that instead of saying ba, this is actually b. Okay, so what I'm going to do is read, stop whenever I see a letter that I recognize, say that I'm going to assume there's a fath'a and I'm going to pronounce it with fath'a and move on. This is the first thing we're going to do. After we do that, we're going to do some dictation. I'm going to pronounce some words several times, and I want you to write those words. First, you're going to write the letters separately, and then you're going to add them up, and then we'll see if you had the right answer. This also will help in you memorizing and making sure that you recognize the letters, even in a way that is in a way that sticks into your mind. So let's first start reading here from right to left as always. This is a letter that we know. It's very close to a second letter that has 3 teeth right here, but the one that we know has slightly bigger tooth, showing it with a slightly bigger tooth and the dot underneath it. We're going to assume there's a fath'a on top of it. That's ba. Then I'm going to keep going. I don't recognize any of these. This looks similar to something I know, but the dots are missing. So this is a different letter. I'm going to keep going. I know this letter. This head is the head of, with fath'a, it's ha. Ha. It comes from deep down your throat, under your tonsils, and then when you say it, actually kind of blows air against your tonsils, and it's comes out as a clean sound, very harsh H. Ha. Okay, assuming there's a fath'a as always. There's another one here. Ha. With fath'a, it will be ha. We're done with this half line. Go with these letters. Try to be ahead of me, or at least do it as, along with me. This is, assuming there's a fath'a, this letter is ta, ta. This one is a. One tooth with one dot, but the dot is on top. We didn't learn that one, so I'll skip it. A lot of shapes we didn't learn. That's okay. We learned until now about a third of the alphabet. A, a tooth with two dots on below. I don't know that. Keep going. A again. I know this shape. Assuming a fath'a, that's a ta. This is a ba. Another ta. Ta, this time in the beginning of the word. That's why it only shows as with one tooth, right? Don't ever write ta with two teeth unless it's at the end or all by itself. The with fath'a, it's already there. That's the as in that. We're gonna jump to the next line. Ta. This is actually, it looks like it's closed, but it should be slightly open. And, you know, letters slightly vary how they put them in the mushaf. This is ja. Assuming there's a fath'a, you pronounce it as ja. This is da. Ha. Assuming a fath'a again would be da. A. Ta. Ja. Da. Ta. Ta. There's a lot of letters here that we know. A with a fath'a, as always. We're assuming there's a fath'a. This is a. Assuming there's a fath'a instead of this shape, the dhamma, and we're assuming there's a fath'a. This would be kha, and this would be the. That will be the. Let's jump to the dictation for now to make sure we're not taking too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say a word, like I said, several times, and then I'm gonna give you some time. Then I'm gonna pause so that when you review this recording, you can also pause it, and then when you're ready, you unpause it and you check your answer. Take your time. First, I advise you to write every letter separately and then add them up together. See which one connects from the right or the left. I'm gonna say the first word. I'm gonna say it many times, and then I'm gonna start writing it in front of you to show you the right answer. So the first word I want you to write down is ba, da, a. Ba, da, a. So since we're beginners, first try to recognize every sound, write the corresponding letter separately first, and then put them together. Ba, da, a. Ba, da, A, ba, da, a. I will give you now a minute, and then we'll get back to you. Okay, let's see who got it right. I said ba, da, a. Ba, da, a. So the final result should be ba in the beginning has only one tooth, and the dot is always under the tooth. So ba would be like that. Da. Now da, I cannot connect to it because it doesn't connect from the left. So I move my pen a little bit, do the a top to bottom with the hamza. Bada. This is the correct answer. If you have it correct, congratulations. You can give yourself a tap on the shoulder. If not, that's okay. You have a few more to try. Let's try another word. The next word is a, kha, va. A, kha, va. A, kha, va. One last time. A, kha, va. I'll leave you for yourself for a minute. Okay, I'm back again. We're gonna do a, kha, va this time. Let's see. A, easy. Second letter was kha, one of the triplets. So I know the shape is gonna be like this head, like that, and then with the tail. Now the confusing part is always, does it have a dot? Yes or no? And the dot, is it on top or below? The one that is the harsh H, the doesn't have a dot, okay? It's ja has the dot under and kha has the dot on top. So a, kha, and the last letter is the. If I put all the letters together, they should look like this. A, kha. Of course, I was tricking you. Does that connect here? Of course not. That doesn't happen. So I hope you noticed that before I did. So kha starts again all by itself, right? Because a does not connect. A, kha, and finally the, right? Notice if I didn't make kha the perfect shape like this with like the bends and whatever, look, for example, here, it looked just like that, right? I made it so it's not really fancy shaped. That's okay. But you can tell that this is kha and this is that. How? because kha connects from the left. Kha is connected to tha from the left. Whereas if we put tha here, it cannot be connected to any letter from the left. And that's how we know which letter is which, okay? That's why it is important. I try to teach you to know which letter connects from the left, to know that. So this is the last and correct answer, akhadha, okay? Akhadha. Let's do another word. Jahada. 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 I'll leave you for a minute. Okay, we're back again. Jahada. Let's see how this one, we're gonna write it down. Ja. This is ja with the fath'a. Ja. If I don't have fath'a, for us, for our level, we don't know how to pronounce these letters, right? I do need this to know how to pronounce it, because otherwise it could be G, Ju, J, whatever. So ja, ha, da. And if I put them all together, if I put this letter connects from the left, so it's going to connect straight to this letter, and this letter connects to the left, so it also connects to the next letter, and they will lose their tails. So ja, then I start the ha, then the da. Ja, ja, ha, da. Okay. One last word. Fa, ba, ta. Fa, ba, ta. Fa, ba, ta. Fa, ba, ta. One last time. Fa, ba, ta. And I'll leave you for a bit. Let's get back to it. We're writing thabata. Let's see. Tha. Notice how I'm always writing from right to left, correct? Don't forget that. Ba from right to left. Don't start from here going that way. Always right to left. Thaba. And it's always do the shapes, then the dots. Shapes, then the dots. Then the accents if you have any. Thaba. Tha is the triplets. Equals. So tha, does it connect from the left? Yes, so it's going to keep on going, but it's going to drop one of its teeth, right? And the dots are going to move on top of the first tooth. So it drops that tooth and it connects to ba. Ba connects also from the left, so it keeps going and connects to the last letter. It drops the second tooth and the dot moves under the tooth. So it's going to look like tha, ba, ta. Whoever got all the answers correct, you can apply to be my assistant for next class. Good job. For everybody else, no problem. Review this lesson and this video. Make sure you master them, because next session will be new letters for us, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.